So I think the easiest line to cross, I mean, Nancy Pelosi is always saying it's for the children. It's for the children. So it's not about the children with them. It is about the children with individual families and moms and dads. That's why you saw the pushback coming at school. That's why you saw, I mean, I have friends who are very liberal, who could never have voted for anybody but Joe Biden, that are really smoked right now. And the tipping point was, you want to vaccinate my little ones? Are you kidding me? Never. It is our children that speak to us, that make us much more brave.
You know, it's interesting. I actually heard you talking about this empathy with AI and the robots, and that even when they show when you see the robots that we have now, they cannot show true human emotion. They do these things that actually look completely counter to human emotion when they try to show human emotion. It looks more robotic than you would think robotic would even look.
Wait, hang on. In animation, that's called the Eerie Valley or the Creepy Valley? Or
the Uncanny Valley. I think.
The Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
And animation has found a way where they're coming out of the Uncanny Valley. They don't think AI will ever get out of the Uncanny Valley because it is something really, truly spiritual, human in the eyes. And when you see it, you know it. And there's a lot of people that you can talk to that just don't have that. You know, they might feel sorry for you, but they're not those people that have real empathy. And you know the difference. And AI will never be able to compete with that.
Is that the weird moment that we're in, that everything you're describing here sounds like a dystopian movie, most likely, or a book that was originally written by Philip K. Dick. But I mean, everything you sound, this sort of sounds like Minority Report. It sort of sounds like Terminator. It sort of sounds like iRobot. Like, we're rushing to Matrix for sure, that we're rushing towards it. We all have had all the warnings. The warning signs are all behind us. They were in books, they were in movies, they're in history, they're in the Bible, they're all there. And we're just rushing and we're all going, oh, you know, let's keep going, because who's going to stop us?
Right, and we all kind of know, too.
Yeah,
we all feel
know.
something. I don't care what political stripe you are. We all know something is really not right. This is not going to end well. We know it. And you know what's crazy is, in many ways, the liberals were right. We were wrong. We thought it would come as, you know, some communist Marxist thing. Those guys are being used. This is coming through our corporations. Every time I watch a dystopian movie, I roll my eyes when they're like, I work for the corporation, AKA the government. And I'm like, oh, stop it. That is what they're right. And how the left is, I'm against big pharmaceutical companies. Really? Except for right now when it counts? I mean, it's crazy. They knew all this stuff. We mocked them. And now we're standing where they were going, guys, you were right. I mean, can't you see this?
But you got to kind of admire it, right? Like, not what it's doing, but the trick that it pulled right there. You got to admire it. That these people you've got, as you're saying, they're the pawns, these communists and socialists and all these people, they're the pawns and the foot soldiers, and they think that they're against the power while they literally are for all the corporations. They're for all of the messaging. I walk into Target yesterday to buy some cleaning supplies, and there's a massive Black Lives Matter section there. And it's like, you're fighting the power? Really? Yeah. With that shirt and sweatshirt and pants and shoes.
I think in 100 years, Dave, this is going to be studied in every government program that is, you know, trying to teach about history and government and behavioral science. This is the time that the world will look back. I think we're going to be studied for 1,000 years, especially if we defeat it. No nation has ever defeated anything like this. I think we could be the exception to that rule, but only if we all wake up, don't go down the road of conspiracies, just get the actual facts, because they're worse than anybody that could come up with conspiracies online. These are true. And if you just do that, remain calm, work on empathy, don't play into their hands, We beat them. And here's why I know this. Have you ever seen the government ever work this hard to silence people and keep them in line? I've never seen it. If they thought we were sheep, if they thought we couldn't stop it, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't do any of this. But they are working overtime. And they're talking now probably about at least 50% of the country. Remember, to change things, it's the tipping point is like 19 or 20%. They're talking about half of the nation. That's pretty significant, and they know it.
Have you, in all the time you've been talking about this and taken, dozens of callers every day on your radio show and everything else, have you learned anything about the type of person, the makeup of the person, or the belief system of the person that is willing to go into the fire and be the guy in their social circle that's going to talk about this stuff and change people and everything else? Because I get some version of this question a lot. People they kind of get it, but they've got their job. They kind of get it, but they've got their family. They don't want to really get in. But now I think you're right. We are getting to this odd critical mass. I mean, when you've pushed Canadians to do what they're doing up there,
Canadians
something's wrong.
They're never pissed off about anything ever.
So what do you think is it? What do you think it is that we can do to help ignite that thing in people? Not just know about the stuff, but that other thing, the other thing.
So I think the easiest line to cross, Nancy Pelosi is always saying it's for the children. It's for the children. So it's not about the children with them. It is about the children with individual families and moms and dads. That's why you saw the pushback coming at school. That's why you saw, I have friends who are very liberal, who could never have voted for anybody but Joe Biden, that are really smoked right now. And the tipping point was, you want to vaccinate my little ones? Are you kidding me? Never. It is our children that speak to us, that make us much more brave. But I think it's just connecting. We have to connect enough people. The week I released the book, all I kept hearing in my head was, the eyes of the world are upon you. That's what that's what Dwight Eisenhower said on the day of D-Day to the troops. The eyes of the world are upon you. And what you do today will decide the freedom of men and women all over the world. We need to get to a place to where people understand this is our World War II. This is our opportunity. Is it going to be lost in this generation? And if they really truly understand that, then they'll be courageous, because people with children don't want. My kids, I have them in 30s and I have them in teenagers. And the older ones have come to me and went, so Dad, what is life going to be like now for my kids? And my answer is, it's yet to be decided. If we do all that we're supposed to do, it will be fine. We're going to go through really difficult times, but we make it out on the other end.
If you're looking for more honest and thoughtful conversations about politics instead of nonstop yelling, check out our politics playlist. And if you want to watch full interviews on a variety of topics, watch our full episode playlist all right over here. And to get notified of all future videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.